G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is Queen Tested, a video series in Fallout 76 where I take the best weapons and test them against a Scorch Beast Queen, solo, usually with no chems. This is a Bloodied Gauss rifle, bullets exploding for area damage, energy weapon, explosive, legacy. Very, very nice. As you can tell, the damage is a lot, and we've got a scorched receiver on there, a prime capacitor, so we're going to be firing ultrasight electromagnetic cartridges for extra damage against all scorched kind. And the build here is basically similar to what I've done in the past, except we're going to swap out commando for rifleman. So yeah, we've also got demo expert to get some of that unlisted extra damage. Just ignore those super mutants at the back, and we're going to be doing this during the night this time, so kept that one first, that one second. 3.75 times multiplier of the sneak attack critical variety during the night. And armor, I didn't show off the armor last time, but it's all unyielding stuff. Pause if you want to read them. Yep, and that's everything. Let's get started. Okay, so we're about a minute out from the nuke dropping, so I'm just going to get myself warmed up, because I haven't used a Gauss rifle like this in quite a while, and it's not the best weapon in the game. Despite its impressive damage, there are many shortcomings to it, and we're in danger already. But one thing about this weapon is it's got great splash damage, which is obviously because it's got high damage anyway, to boost that off of, and just the way energy weapons work, or legacy weapons, I guess. Maybe since this does fire ballistic damage, the explosions are what they should be, but it's still, regardless of that, good enough to get a lot of damage, and we are definitely doing this during the night this time, so we're getting a 3.7 times multiplier on that. Going to be doing no chems either. And with an extra 20% damage, we'll be hitting full. Here we go, here's a couple of gun zombies to fill up that adrenaline, which should give us 60% coming into the fight, which is going to be awesome. This would actually be from that other Scorch Beast that I killed just before, actually. I need to be a little bit careful of how much ammo we're using here. Not that we'll run out, it's just we'll probably run out of condition, because without gunsmith, this thing isn't the most durable of weapons, I suppose. Now, we do have a medium scope on this, just for scoping it at distances. Not sure how it's going to be. I've got that bad frame rate, apparently. That's terrible. I've got a true barrel and a true stock to tighten up that hipfire accuracy, so that we may use it like this anyway. And we're hitting for 1k damage, which I'm to believe that this thing has like 32,000, so it should only take... Okay, it is aggroed from something else though. What exactly is it aggroed from? That's the question. See, I'm seeing 1400 damage there, but we're not seeing that reflected in the amount of health that is dropping off it. Which is... I don't know, something's wrong over here. Maybe... Okay, just a bunch of crabs, which have probably been scorched by now, so I don't have to worry about those. I did saw a glowing Snelly though, that needs to go away. I have also noted that Scorch Beasts do have some innate resistances. Oh wait, there's robots here. Duh. Just ignore those things right in front of us. Luckily, we're nice and sneaky. We don't have to worry about these things too much. I think I'm hearing a Mylurk Queen though. Is it a queen or some sort of crab? It's something nasty. Okay, with all of the robots taken out though, I feel like we should be in much better shape for sneak criticals. There's a lot of RNG factors coming in when it comes to fighting a Scorch Beast Queen. She's still being shot at by something though. I believe that is just more robots. So perhaps I wasn't really thorough enough to completely get this area clear, but that should be much better now. Yes, that's the stuff. I'm seeing better damage now. Kind of wasted that critical there. I'm being poisoned by something. Ah yeah, the fucking lobsters. They've got a soft poison on them, but can be deadly if you're running bloodied stuff. And now that's going through the old crop duster things, which shouldn't be too much of a problem provided we can hit it, but there we go, that's what you want to see. Nice 1400 damage, and if you're going to be floating in my face, it is time for me to shoot you. We're in danger though, so that's no good. Probably should have moved a little bit earlier. Hopefully we'll get escape artist to work here. There we go. 3070 damage, not too bad. Got another critical ready. We'll just hold on to that for a little bit later. That's more things shooting at the fucking queen. 2500 on the sneak critical with that. Yeah, just more robots. Just a bunch of robots trying to annoy me by taking away my sneak criticals, which I do find very annoying, so good on them for that. Just gotta make sure we don't miss any shots is all. And when it's on the ground like that, I'm gonna try my luck and just whack it in the head like that. That seems to be a little bit better than the old DPS thing, if a little wasteful on the ammo. But it should be a fairly cruisy run if we can keep that happening. Might be worth pulling out Serendipity. That was a loogie from a fucking angler, wasn't it? He's pretty accurate with those. That was not far off the mark. But yeah, the queen's in a mood where she wants to just fly off in random directions, and we're almost out of being aggroed, which isn't great. We'll have to increase that by killing some rando gun zombies. It's okay, it just maintains adrenaline. Good old misfire on the old VATS thing, despite activating a critical. Alright, when she gets close like this, there's no reason for me not to do that. And that's when we'll see the Gauss rifle really shine. Because despite it being a very high damage weapon, the DPS is catastrophically low. It's like the antithesis of a minigun, where it's completely the opposite. But you can make very good use out of what Crimson Flux you have, because it only takes that, lead and steel I believe, to actually make the rounds for this. And that is the phase of not good. Might as well deprime that, reload it. No, okay, 5 is the maximum, which kind of sucks. I know that the stinging, the highest I think I've seen it is 6, but you know, the ammo capacity on this, it was like 20 in Fallout 4. So it's taken a big old nerf for that. Sometimes you get the explosive damage, sometimes you don't. You can see with the 2 different types of damage numbers that pop off. So maybe that's the reason why explosive seems to be so impotent against bats, is because it just doesn't happen. And I guess that's just because the server's trying to, I don't know, they're just flying around and everything, and the server's like, no, it's there, but it's there. I don't know. But it's definitely not going to be the fastest kill I've ever done, and unfortunately she's flown out of range there. Concentrated Fire forgot she was there. It's good for her that she's got a big body, because what'll happen usually is that she'll turn around and then you'll lose the VATS lock on, which is bad, but Queen's on the floor again. We'll just hit her with some of these. We'll keep on going. I think I got 2 misfires in a row there, which is very aggravating indeed. That is a blood bug, that's no good. And someone had a missile launcher there. I think the best approach to this fight is to keep on hitting it like that. That's definitely getting a much higher damage output than I would fully charging these up, which is strange. Now, unfortunately, a rad roach got a little bit too close to me, and as a result, I am detected, but we're slipped back out of that thanks to Escape Artist. There's another glowing Snally who appears to be scorched in texture, but not in name. Not really sure what's up with that. Can I get a VATS lock on? There we go, there's a little bit of explosive damage popping up there. Probably not even worth chucking on Demo Expert if I know most of these shots won't actually register as explosive, especially on the Queen, but it's hard to deny that the splash damage you do get against mobs is extremely powerful, which I think might justify you actually using it. In terms of killing bats with it, you'd be hard pressed to get a great deal of damage out of it, and our health is slowly going down. It's been quite a long fight actually. It's almost 10 minutes at this point, which is not terrible, but if I was using like the whoops, I've glitched it. You know, it didn't stay primed, or rather, it just kept. I couldn't even fire it. Yep, another bug for the Gauss rifle. It's been rough for the Gauss rifle. I liked it a lot better, but that's just how the mechanics work, really. Please don't tell me I've lost the aggro, because that means she's gonna regen. Oh my god! Wow, really? too sneaky for its own bloody good, apparently. That's okay. We've got a strategy now, which seems to be working pretty well. So provided she can just stay in this one spot, we'll be right. Okay, so I might have to tone down the sneakiness part of this because it seems to be biting me in the ass pretty hard right now. Alright, get that critical. Unfortunately, she doesn't want to stay on the ground for very long, so we'll just keep on. Okay, that was a bit of a waste. Maybe I should just hip fire this thing like this, I reckon. Or if you're going to land again, that's pretty good. Ooh, too close. Wasted a couple of valuable seconds there. Hopefully she feels like sticking around this time. Now, you can tell without the adrenaline, I'm suffering quite a lot in terms of damage output. Might be worth chucking this thing and charging it up properly. Do I have gun? I've got some creatures around. Yeah, might as well get that last critical off. 5,000 damage. That was just a dual critical. There's that rad roach I spotted. So there's an extra easy 20% more damage. Unfortunately, I don't know, it's very odd behavior. This thing usually doesn't do that well in crowd control to make Scorch Beast Queens lose you, but for some reason I just managed to... Okay, that's bad. Escape artist, please. Thank you very much. Oh, radiation situation is getting dire. I'm gonna just try to send it. No, we're dead. That's a shame. Alright, back on the bat now, and sorry about Discord notifications. Everyone seems to be trying to fucking ping me right now. Whatever. So now we've got an abundance of enemies for me to shoot at, which is strange. Only took me fucking dying. Let's just get back into sneaky mode, please. And knock off a couple of these fucking melee gun zombies because they'll chase you down to the end of the bloody earth. Alright, she's treadmilling now, which is good news, which means I'm just going to keep on shooting her. Now, another good perk that I've just thought of now is probably... Was that a land? Oh god, how am I going to reach her now? Another good perk, probably quick hands. Get that 1 in 6 chance to refill your magazine, especially when I'm in a situation where I'm just going to be mag dumping the queen like so, but we'll keep on going. We've got these fucking gun zombies. Get away from me, you fucking dogs. There we go. Now, escape artist, please. Scorpion, no good. Can give you damage over time. Alright, that should be the last of them, shouldn't it? And you've decided to land. Very poor choice of tactics there, Queenie. She realizes this immediately, gets back up, and game over for the Queen. Now, I'm not going to show the drop unless it's something good or I'm close to it, but I got a handmade at least. Oh no, I got staggered and crippled. This is how you lose flux, by the way. Don't ever die. In fact, whenever you're done with this, if you're in a private server, just drop your survival tent right away. And then just... It's terrible. And then just dump your flux in there. But there you have it. That was the Gauss rifle, Bloodied explosive, legacy. I told you I could take the queen with it. It's a matter of... It's just a little bit slow, to be honest. We had decent behavior from the queen, but there's not much we can do about the thing actually losing side of me and then regenerating from there. I reckon that was a little bit stiff, but regardless of that, this thing has performed well, and I would recommend you grabbing one if you feel like it. I don't know if they're still being sold right now. They'd be pretty rare at this point, unless you've found some dupers who hold 50 of it in their accounts. But yeah, not too much ill I can say of a BE Gauss rifle. It's certainly the best variant in the game, and there's no like things like fire rate that you could possibly add to a Gauss rifle to make it better. And with the knowledge that, well, these gun zombies just fuck off. With the knowledge that these guys, or the Scorch Beast, just tend to resist the explosive damage because it doesn't happen, well, you can take steps to avoid that. I didn't even see explosive damage on the shots where the thing was landed, but that's not really the fault of the weapon as it is Bethesda's. But there you have it. If you'd like to see this thing in your game, well, I've already told you, but not a bad performance. I'm happy with it.